How does chain CPI work? Imagine trying to keep up with the rising cost of your groceries, gas, and rent. It can feel like a moving target, right? That's where the Chained Consumer Price Index, or chain CPI, steps in to give us a clearer picture of inflation. Unlike traditional measures that use a fixed basket of goods, the chain CPI updates what people buy as prices change. It tracks how consumers switch to cheaper alternatives when prices go up. The process starts with collecting detailed data on what people spend money on each month. Researchers survey households and sample prices across stores and regions to see how much people buy and how prices shift. This data helps create a basket of goods and services that reflects actual shopping habits. The key is the chain-weighted formula, which links the data from one period to the next. Think of it as connecting a chain of indexes that adapt as consumer choices change. The calculation involves two main steps. First, they find the price relative for each item, which is simply the current price divided by the previous price. If a loaf of bread was $2 last month and now costs $2.50, the relative is 1.25. Next, they adjust the weights of each item based on how much people are actually buying. If bread gets more expensive, people might buy less bread and more rice or pasta. The index updates these weights to reflect those shifts. This continuous updating makes the chained CPI more responsive and accurate. It captures how consumers respond to price changes by switching to cheaper options, which traditional fixed basket indexes might miss. Because of this, the chained CPI usually shows a slightly lower inflation rate over time. It's like measuring the true cost of living more closely by considering real shopping behavior. Governments often use the chained CPI to adjust benefits and tax brackets. Since it tends to grow a little slower than traditional measures, it can mean smaller increases in Social Security payments or other programs. Some debate whether this is fair, but it's designed to better mirror how people actually experience price changes in their daily lives. In essence, the chained CPI works by constantly updating the shopping list based on what people buy and how prices change. It links these updates through a chain of calculations that reflected real consumer choices. This way, it provides a more accurate picture of inflation and how the cost of living evolves over time.